Hey everyone, welcome back to On the Couch. We're here with Allie Waddell, who's the alternate student trustee at the Rowan SGA.
Yep, for next year.
Yeah, so exactly what is a student trustee? Because I mean, it's a pretty prestigious position.
Well, basically, there are actually two student trustees. First is the alternate, which is what I will be next year, and then it's the actual voting member of the student trustees. And basically, your first year, it's kind of a learning process. You learn, all the different things that go into the administration. We sit on the board of trustees. We are actually, a voting member. Well, the alternate or the first trustee is the voting member of the board of trustees. So the first year, you're really just learning everything about it. If the first trustee can't make a meeting or whatever, they'll vote in his place or his or her place. Excuse me. But really, what the position entails entirely is you sit on the SGA executive board as a trustee. You sit on the board of trustees, different special committees, and really what I want to bring to the position, it just basically, I guess a purpose of it, is really being an advocate for the students and making sure that when you're sitting in these board of trustees meetings that they don't lose sight of the students and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for next year.
Have you attended your first meeting yet?
Yeah, actually, the Board of Trustee meetings, not all of them, but they do have public meetings that go on throughout the year, and anyone can go. And so as soon as I was interested in the position, I went, and plus I'm on the e-board, this e-board this year, so I had to go for that. But as far as the other meetings, if I'm shadowing the current trustee now after I got the position, I can, but it's kind of the end of the school year, so things are kind of wrapped up.
How much influence would you say that your position holds? Because sometimes people's feel like SGA really's voice is not heard. How much influence do you feel like your position has?
The trustee position is probably one of the most powerful positions on campus, just because they work so closely with the administration. I mean, there's not many students that could say that they sit down and have a meeting with like Dr. Farish or anything like that. So I would definitely say their link with the administration is crucial to our student body. But actually, our student government has a pretty good relationship with our administration, and I don't think a lot of students realize that. We actually might be closer with the administration than we are with the student body, which is something that we are trying to work on. But we really do work very closely with the administration, and we are in constant contact with them all the time.
One question I have when you talk about the student trustee meetings and just normal trustee meetings is what do they talk about? What do all these people sit in a room and discuss?
Anything, campus issues, stuff like that. If you go to a trustee meeting, they pass all these different resolutions, whether it's hiring people, which actually we don't take part in, but anything that goes through the university has to be passed. So any renovation that gets done to a dorm, any contractual agreements or whatever with the tech park or the medical school or anything like that, these are the kind of things that they talk about. So it's not just like getting more benches or whatever outside an academic building. It's what's happening with the new dorms that are going up and stuff like that.
So what made you interested in this? Because I mean, to me, this sounds kind of dry. I don't know.
I guess you gotta have the right kind of personality for it.
Yeah, I mean.
It was something that I couldn't really explain at first. I really I heard about it and I wanted to do it.
Was it the power? The position of power?
No, I wouldn't say that. I didn't really know how powerful the position was at first. But I became really interested in it, I guess like last October maybe. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like come spring, this is what I want to apply for. So all year I was sitting down with the current trustees, Jill and Steve, and SGA President Liz Palmer was trustee last year. So I was just, I was sitting down with them. I was asking them so many questions about what the position entailed. And as I learned more about it, I realized, what a great opportunity it is to really reach students, reach administration. Not only are you working just within Rowan, but you're working with students from public universities all over New Jersey. So you really have that contact with them, and you're able to, lobby for higher education and stuff like that, which is something that I'm interested in. So I can't really say why I'm interested in it, but.
Well, what else have you done with SGA in your first couple of years here that really started to get the ball rolling?
Well, when I first started SGA, I was a class senator. Just wanted to get involved, dip my toes in, see what it was all about. And then last the end of last semester, actually, a position opened up on the executive board for a community standards assistant. And so I kind of learned a little bit about that, and I decided I would go for it. So this past semester, I have been sitting on the e-board as CSA.
And the e-board is about how many people, would you say?
It's about 13 to 14 people.
So there's about 13 to 14 people essentially like running the student body, would you say?
You could say that.
Now, there's been a bit of a realignment with SGA. Do you want to just kind of like give us a brief description of what they've done to change things?
This year was really, really progressive for us. We had a lot of resolutions passed through Senate. I'm sure you, as a senator, have voted on some of these, but we changed our GPA requirement. We changed so many different things, but the big thing that I think you're talking about is we completely restructured the way our e-board works. We basically, for next year, are doing away with the 4 class presidents that are going to be sitting on the e-board and replacing them with assistant vice presidents. And basically, they would have a more focused interest. So it's student affairs, academic affairs, facilities, and university relations. So if you have a specific problem, you know, whether it's something with facilities or something with the food or, you know, something academic, you know a specific name to go to rather than just kind of emailing SGA president and, you know, hoping your email doesn't get lost.
So it's really just specialized the process a lot more.
Exactly.
So we're not going to have any kind of like student class presidents or elections or anything like that?
Well, you'll definitely still have class representation. Don't get me wrong. We're still keeping the actual Senate body kind of the same, where you have class senators and stuff like that. So as a freshman, you can absolutely be just as involved as you still are. It's just on our executive board, there are not going to be class presidents. So you'll have to go through, become, you know, class senator or whatever, and work through there.
So if anyone has any questions for you as part of your job, how can they contact you?
Email me, waddell62@students.rowan.edu. Any questions, myself or the student trustee, which is Jill Steyer. So.
Well, good luck in your new
Have
position.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Enjoy
very
those
excited.
meetings.
Enjoy the power.
Yeah.
All right, once again, we'll be right back, you guys. Stay tuned.